Hey, this is Heath Mullikin. I'm the pastor at Oakway United in Westminster, South Carolina. I'm the Tech Talk guy on the Good Morning Radio Show and a co-host of the Techology Show. And recently on Facebook in the Wesleyan Pastors page, there was a discussion about how much should be shared on there, and I just commented that we have a pastor's coaching group where it's a secret group and we are able to talk about things. And there was a lot of comments on that. A lot of people have contacted me about, man, I didn't know we had a coaching network. And so I just wanted to share with you a little bit about what that is and what all that entails. About a year ago, I've been a senior pastor now for 2 years. And about a year ago, we really started looking at different coaching networks, different options on really trying to improve myself as a leader and a pastor. And as I did that, most of the ones that I looked at were anywhere from $100 a month all the way up to $500 a month for a 12-month coaching network. And so I knew that there were a lot of pastors like me within the Wesleyan denomination who simply they could not afford that personally. The churches could not afford that. So I just sensed that there was a lot of people just like me who were in great need of coaching and encouragement, but simply couldn't afford some of the things that were out there. Now, having said that, I do think that there are things like conferences, there are coaching networks, and I do think we need to be willing to sacrifice as individuals, as churches, to invest in things like that. I've actually been in probably for about 5 months a paid coaching network. To be totally honest, haven't really been happy with it. I don't think that I have really gotten my money's worth. I've been in several coaching networks that all range in about $100 a month, and the 3 that I've been in really didn't feel like it was. I feel like I was getting some benefit, but not to warrant that type of expense. So what I did back in, I guess, last December, last January, I had several Facebook friends. Many of them are guys that I have never met in person. Some of them are good, close personal friends. Some of them are practically family. Just sent out a notice to them saying, hey, looking to start this coaching network, looking for 8 people. The idea was to do the coaching network over Google Plus, which allows us to kind of have that video interaction. We wanted to keep it to 8 people because on Google Plus you can have 9 people on a chat. We would have our 8 in our group, and then every month bring in a coach who would join us on Google Plus, who we would present questions to. We look to interview executive pastors. We interviewed David Drury, asked him several questions, very, very helpful. We've interviewed Mark Wilson on his book, Filled Up, Poured Out, and also on being a rural pastor. We've talked with Trevor Cox, who's the discipleship pastor at New Spring Church here in Anderson, and he's over all their campuses on how do you move people into small groups and discipleship. And we have over the course of this year, have had several, a lot of Google Pluses. To be totally honest, we have not even really scratched the surface of what this could be as far as, reading assignments. There was one book that we were all reading together, The Pastor by Eugene Peterson, which was a great book. And so, we're just trying to figure it out and really encourage each other. We're working on some sermon ideas together, but it has been really invaluable to me. Of our 8 guys, our churches range anywhere from 40 in attendance and worship to right at 100, a little over 100. And so we're all kind of in that same mix. Some guys are in more of a urban setting. Some of us are in a very rural setting. A lot of different interests, different hobbies, different backgrounds, different schools. And like I said, some of these guys I have never even met in purpose, but it's been just a great learning experience. One of the guys in our group, has actually gone through a pastoral transition during this time, and I feel like we were able to really give him encouragement and support during that time. I don't necessarily see a coaching network like this for accountability in the sense that hey, did you, have you had your quiet time? Have you, really been getting into God's Word? But there is some accountability that is very task oriented. Are you visiting sick people? Are you winging it on Sundays? Are you really, doing a run through and preparing, spending proper time in sermon preparation? Are you spending time with your family or spending time with your kids? So there is some accountability, but it's a little bit different than a one-on-one accountability relationship that I feel like always needs to be very personal and in person for that type of accountability. What I would encourage you to do is, man, just do what we did. We created a secret Facebook group that we started the conversation. We all joined Google Plus, and that was a little hairy getting started. And to be totally honest, that has not been sometimes the signal's been weak, and we've had guys dropping in and out, and so it hasn't been the best form of delivery that we've been trying to do. We we record all of our meetings, I guess, online, and then I share that through Dropbox. But I would just encourage you, if you want to get into coaching, you find, like I said, I would keep the number to about 8, and find people that personally, maybe people you don't know, but people that you've seen on Facebook that you respect, and just send them a message saying, hey, are you interested in this? Would you be interested in joining this group? It's, we would do this once a month for about an hour. It's not a huge time commitment. Think about, as far as people I am not a coach in our group. I'm just a facilitator. And so somebody needs to accept that role as facilitator. I haven't been the best facilitator all the time, but find people that you respect, that you would want to interview. And here's the thing with coaching is you don't just call somebody like, hey, we want you to coach us. Can you come online with us for 30 minutes and coach us? That's part of it, but you have to be very precise. You have to ask questions. I mean, they're given their own time to come and coach you, so you need to tell them what you need, what area you need coaching in. And so if they have been very successful in one area, if they've got a successful marriage or they've done a good job raising their kids, ask them those questions. Ask them very directed questions. Several of the people that we're having as our coaches are authors who have released books on topics that are of interest to us, whether it's family or preaching or personal holiness. So that's kind of how some of our questions are directed, is about their book, which many of us are reading. And so I would just encourage you to not wait. I mean, don't wait for that perfect coaching network to come. I mean, go do your own. Find some people that you respect. Find some people that you want to grow with, and make that connection. It is well worth the time investment. Like I said, it has been invaluable to me. Some of the guys who a year ago I never had any interaction with, now several of them, we're on the phone with each other, just talking about life in general, talking about different things. And so if you've got any other questions, please, just leave a comment here. If you're on my blog watching this, go to the contact, hit the contact button at the top, and just send me a message. I would love to hear from you. Anything I can do to help you set up a coaching network, to give you ideas about what to look for and how to get that going. If you need help getting set up on Google Plus, love to give you any help that I can for that. But I do encourage you that as a leader and as a pastor, being coached, taking personal responsibility to coach yourself, to train yourself, but also to seek out those who could make an investment in you. It's just as simple as asking. So, like I said, thanks a lot for taking the time to watch this video. Hope I can be an encouragement to you, and hope if you saw the Facebook discussion on this, hope this video helps answer some of those questions. So, I hope you guys have a great week and a great day.